setNativeProps is how animated works. So let's go take a look at how we can use setNativeProps. One thing many people attempt to do is disable a scroll view. However, sometimes there's a significant amount of content and calling a set state may cause performance issues. So let's take a look at how we can use setNativeProps to bypass set state. Now we start by setting an enabled true on our component instance, and that's because our scroll view here is always going to have scroll enabled defaulted to true. The key here is that we need to get this.scroll, which is our reference to our this particular component instance. Otherwise, we won't be able to call setNativeProps. So now up in our handle toggle, we can just do a this.scroll .setNativeProps, and we need to pass in an object, and then scroll enabled this.enabled. We don't need to pass back all of the props that are being passed into the scroll view, just the ones that we want to change. Now we're always just setting this to true, so let's just toggle it. So we'll say this.enabled equals not this.enabled. So that way if it's true, it'll be toggled to false, and if it's false, it'll be toggled to true. So now if we go and we refresh this, you can see that when we're scrolling, the background will change. However, we toggle, and we can no longer scroll. Toggle it back, and now we're back to being able to scroll. This also works with styles. However, do note that the style is a single prop. So passing over a new style with setNativeProps will blow all the styles away. So make sure you send over the ones that you are currently applied to the scroll view, not just the ones that you want to change. So let's set up a style. So we say let style equals an array and styles.scroll. And if we're not enabled, then we'll say style.push styles.hide. Else we'll just say style.push styles.show. And then we can pass in our style here to our setNativeProps. So this is just going to toggle an array of styles that we're sending over. And if we look here, our hide and show are just setting opacity of either 0 or 1. So now if we refresh this, and scroll will be disabled as well as toggling the opacity. So we toggle, and we can toggle it back. I don't recommend using setNativeProps as in lieu of using set state, but sometimes you need to bypass set state and the diffing and the overhead that comes with updating all of the views. So use it, but use it sparingly.